presenting it has such a huge influence on the crowd who knows these lines, like silencing, you know. When you do the play, do you do it knowing that those who watch it the first time are actually participants in the experience that you're recalling?
I mean, right at this moment, yeah. I would hope that people that know what's happening on campus would.
I don't know. It's tied into like indigenous beliefs as well too. Like I'm a cat. I'm really like a jaguar, you know, and he's a dog. He's a cow. He's a mouse. My brother right here is a rooster, you know, and yeah. So my brother right here is an owl, you know.
Nestle
So,
on the moon.
What was that?
Nestle on the moon.
What's that?
Que soy la luna, Nestle.
Oh,
That's
you're
in
the-
Nahuatl.
Okay, that's
Nahuatl.
fine. You don't have to be animal. He's a coyote.
Got a rabbit
you know?
in it.
So it's like it has a lot to do with us hanging out, you know, like all of us. So it's kind of like a lot of the dialogue's just been lifted from like us, like when we talk, and yeah, I think, you know, the whole thing about being scumbag is like really zen, because it's just like it makes everybody like kind of like equal in a sense, and that's just kind of what we come with as like kind of like this somewhat consensus of it amongst all of us that hang out, you know, our group, our circle. I don't know if it's making any sense or whatever it may be, you know.
When you wrote it, like you had everybody in mind, right? Like
Yeah,
how we kind of talk and
Yeah.
everything.
I have a question. So what is the significance of mixing, I guess, what we call barrio politics, right? What goes on, right, in the neighborhood, and elements of fantasy, right? I notice there are elements of, you mentioned the beavers, kind of recall C.S. Lewis's Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. So what's the idea of, what are you trying to achieve by mixing barrio politics with pop culture elements?
Politics.
Okay.
Those are world politics.
Yeah.
We got
Okay,
that
all
going on in all across the Middle East.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're striving for a larger narrative.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's like this idea of like power struggles or revolution or whatever it may be. Even like within a relationship, there's power struggles, right? And someone or people thinking they should be in charge, and once they get there, they don't know what to do, you know. And kind of like implementing like certain ideals that don't work, and distractions, you know. I mean, I like sports, you know, strip bars, you know, alcohol, whatever it may be.
So all
you know what I'm
those
saying?
are distractions.
I would say to a certain extent, that's the thing. So it's that they can be. So it's like, and I mean, it's also a comment on male like hypersexuality as well too. So yeah, most definitely, I think it's. I mean, I intended to write something that had somewhat of that was pretty significant to what was happening with ASI as well too. You know, which is I think was a lot of things that happened that were like unfair, and you know, and just a lot of things that are happening on campus right now that are like unfair to the students.
Okay,
And that was so. I mean, I had that in mind to write like an allegorical piece.
sure.
You know, that could
Please,
serve
that way.
how.